Hey guys, welcome to another video where we talk about merging. One of the common mistakes people make is not knowing who their target population is for the items they have chosen to merge. In our previous video, we talked about selecting items and learning the prices of those items so we can maximize our profit by selling those items in a certain time. Now we want to be looking into who to sell the items to. My number one tip for selling items, always buy items you want to be merging for your own class, because firstly, you can use those items if you can't sell them immediately, or you can keep using those items until the price is high enough if something goes wrong, so you can still make profit out of those items until you can sell at a higher price. Another thing to keep in mind is to make sure the items you're buying are actually good items. The way to know this is, of course, the rarity helps and what these items are used for. For example, I have the glintstone aegis here. It gives you a shield, which is really helpful for farming jewels. So this item will be bought by people who farm jewels, and if I reawaken that item and put gold loot in it, it can be bought both by people who farm gold and jewels, or who farm either gold or jewels itself. It doesn't matter. So this way you can maximize the amount of people who will be buying these items. If I go to a rogue and say, hey, you want to buy this item, chances are they will either buy it if they want to merge it and make profit out of you, which you don't really want. You want to sell it to a warrior who is going to use this item to farm for themselves. This way, they will be more inclined to pay a higher amount because they know they will get a return out of this, because they will actually farm it other than just keeping it or selling it later on. This is important because you want to be selling it to people who will be actually using these items rather than reselling the item, because people who resell, they will always offer a lower amount of gold than people who will be using this item. You also want to consider the level of items. You want to aim to sell the items to someone who is around the same level, because people don't want to buy an item that they're not going to be using for weeks. So when in town you're shouting if you want to buy or sell an item, select people. Sometimes even private message the people who are their character. I can message him and be like, hey, wanna buy a terror blade, 100 gold for 28 million. And a lot of the time he will say yes, because he's a warrior who will want this item. If I message him and say, hey, you want to buy a legendary item for level 60, the chances are he's not going to say yes, because this item is just not relevant, and even though he can afford it, he's not going to be buying it. So shouting in town, it might help, but sometimes messaging people also helps. Obviously, don't spam people a lot of the times, because it's not going to help, but sometimes do message people or friends, because they might know someone or have seen someone in town who said, I'm buying or I'm selling lucky relic. And if a friend message me saying they're also buying lucky relic, I might be able to send them this person's name. Anyway, this is all the tips I have for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned a little bit about selecting specific people so that you maximize your chances of selling an item. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, and have an awesome day.